Another day, another gym session, another daily devotional. So today we have arms, got some biceps, triceps. I got a feeling we're just gonna hit it the classic way, but we will talk about that more here in just a second. I'm gonna pull up to the stop sign, read the devotional Bible verse, and we shall get started. Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. We glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation work peace let me restart that. We glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulations work patience, and patience works experience, and experience works hope. All right. So, once again, I read the verse first, and I sat there for like 30 minutes with a pen and paper. And it's just something you can give a little bit of effort into to see what you come up with. And I tested that out again. I seen what I came up with before and before I read the devotion to see what I got from the verse, what I pulled from it, what I understood. And I kind of understood this one. It was a little bit more, self-explanatory, I guess you could call it. But where it's talking about where, patience works this and this works this and this, so on and so forth down the line. It's trying, what I pulled from it was it's trying to say, well, going through all the tribulations of the trials, your hard stuff in your life, whenever you're going through a difficulty, something you don't want to be doing, something that's not very fun, something that's really hard. So anything like that, when you're going through stuff like that, you're learning something. No matter what, you're learning something from that. So if you made a bad decision, you learn from it. As long as you learn from it and you pick up on it like, hey, that was a bad decision, don't need to do that again, so on and so forth, that kind of thing, that's kind of what I pulled from it. And when I started reading the devotional, it just led into God's mercy and peace. And I don't know, I just felt a stillness when I read it, because it was like, it kind of explains to you and it touches your heart. God knows how to talk to us whenever we need something specific. So he is really good at, obviously he knows what's wrong with us. He knows what we need and he knows what we want. And he provides that for us. So I read that, and I mean, I'm not going through anything just, so difficult that I'm just dying inside or anything like that. But, work can sometimes get difficult. Life around the house can sometimes get difficult. You have difficulties and trials in your life, and it's going to happen. Everybody has them. So it's just something that we have to deal with and see how it goes, and just pray and hope that we make it through. And we'll make it through. God's going to let you make it through, because if it's at his will, it'll happen. And that's just what I always got to believe. So whatever trial and tribulation you're going through today, number one, I want to say that I'm praying for you. Even though if I don't know your name, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you're from, I don't know what your problem is, what the tribulation that you're going through, but I don't need to. I pray for those who are hurting, and I pray for those who are in trials and tribulations, and I pray that you pull through them fast, and God is able to open your eyes through those trials and tribulations to teach you something on the other side of it. God always has something to teach you. He always does, and he always will. But you have to still see it. You have to open your eyes and see it. But whatever you're facing in life, whether it be you don't like your job, or whether it be you have marriage problems, whether it be you have family problems, no matter what the problem, you have an addiction problem. I mean, it's a wide scale range of things. And no matter what, God is, he says this in, I watched a show called The Chosen, and I remember specifically him saying to somebody, when you were in your darkest place, I did not turn my face from you. It's because he never gave up on that person. He never shunned them. He never left them. He never, abandoned them. And he's never going to. He loves you way too much, and he created you. I mean, Jesus is the Son of God. He came down to earth as in the human form just to sacrifice himself for us. He gave his blood on the cross so we no longer had to. And thankfully for him, we are all saved in his blood, in God's Son's blood. And just praise the Lord for that. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. We have a place to go after this. This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. And I am so glad to be able to say that. But once again, whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, just look at it through optimistic eyes and think, all of this is happening for a reason. God has a purpose. God has a plan for you, for me, for everybody on earth. No matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've done, God has a plan for you. But we're fixing to pull up in the gym parking lot. So arms is the plan of execution tonight. Biceps, triceps, hit them hard. Not a long lift, not a very hard lift. Still, we're gonna work it hard. We're gonna hit it as hard as we can and get in and out of here, go get some food, and go to sleep. Do it all again tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the first working set. So the gym's a bit more packed than normal tonight. So we're just gonna do some straight bicep curls and not switch it off with triceps for right now. We'll do a couple sets of these, then we'll go to triceps, then we'll come back to biceps and do it like that, but not set by set change. So let's just get after these. We've already warmed up, so we're just gonna crank out the regular drop set dumbbell curls. All right, so that felt pretty good. We're gonna crank out that for another set or two, and then we'll go try something tricep. One more set, just like the last. I think this is gonna be the last one of regular bicep curls. Sliding over to triceps, we're gonna do some straight bar push downs. Not a crazy amount of weight, gonna get a good squeeze and a good stretch at the top. Another set just like the last. Same weight, same everything. All right, back on to biceps now. So we're gonna do some dumbbell preacher curls, single arm, and try and rip out some negatives at the end of it. One more set just like the last. Back to triceps once again, so we're going to slide over here and do the dip machine. We're going to crank this out for 1 or 2 sets and then go finish up with 1 more set of bicep something, and then we'll be done. I've done a little bit more tricep volume than bicep at the moment, so we're just going to do these for 1 or 2 sets and then we'll go finish up on biceps. One more set. Those felt really good. So we'll finish out 1 more set of these and then we'll move on to biceps. Finish it up. We're gonna finish out with some rope curls. There will be some body language in these, but it's just a burnout. So we're just finishing up here. I'm gonna do a little pose down. We're gonna do it out here this time, being that I don't have to be shirtless to show the biceps and triceps. So we're just gonna start off with a classic little side chest here. That looks pretty sick. I gotta get the lats in there more though. Gym time is complete. Arms are done. I was gonna hit abs after, but I'm kind of in a rush and I had to go to Walmart too. So I just, I did the week move and I skipped them for the night, but it's all right. We'll make up for it. We may even do them at the house. Sorry about that. That's my groceries rolling around in the back. But yeah, arms felt really good tonight. Biceps, triceps. I didn't get to do my one set, back and forth, you know, like I typically like to do, but it's whatever. The gym was really packed tonight for some reason. It was like 7:30 when I got there, and I had to wait for a parking spot. So if that tells you anything, I do have a small gym though, like a really small parking lot and a really small gym. So it's not like you can really fill that dude up. But there was quite a few people there for a Thursday night. But yeah, it'll be legs tomorrow. Obviously I don't record legs, so it'll be, the next thing you guys see will be chest. But yeah, I take legs as a rest day, and just kind of, not a rest day, like I skip filming it. I just go in, I hit legs, and I go home, and don't think about it too much more than that. But yeah, felt pretty good. The bicep curls, just like dumbbell bicep curls, felt really good. That is like my go-to for biceps, and it probably will be for a very long time, just solely because it's really simple, but it's really effective. And like, there's not much that can beat it, to be honest. So I don't know, I just go after it like that. And then I really like doing the drop sets, because then I get a good burn. Like, I can put the load on them, and then I can like just drop it 20 pounds and then continue to hammer them dudes out, strict form, back at it again, and then do a little bit of body language. I don't mind throwing in body language at the end of the set. Number one, the biggest time that your muscle grows, based on, you know, research like Dr. Mike Israetel and like Jeff Nippard and all them dudes, they'll tell you for hypertrophy, you want the stretch, the negative, the eccentric, like a slow eccentric, stretching the muscle, all that. That's where you build the most muscle fiber, is what they, or where you tear it up the most. And then you go home, you eat, recover, and it builds it back up. But that's where they say hypertrophy is most effective. And I mean, I'm no scientist, I'm no anything like that, but I tend to trust people with college degrees a little bit more than, you know, just like bro science. But whatever. Yeah, I try and get that, the negative. So whatever it takes to get it up there, and then like let it go down as slow as I can and try and stretch at the bottom. And that was what the single arm preacher curls, that was like dedicated to solely that. I don't know if you'll see it or not. I may have to like cut to the end of it because I don't want to make you watch the entire set. I mean, those sets take forever because I'm going really slow all the way down. But at the end of those sets, I would get it down to the bottom and stretch, and then I would take my other arm and just pick my arm up. Like, I mean, I was still trying to pull with the arm that had the weight, but I wasn't able to get it back up. So instead of just stopping the set, I pulled it up and then let it go down slow again, and then really stretch to the bottom and did it again. I think I did that like 3 times during each set for each arm. And it just always seems to work. But I love that kind of stuff. And then triceps, I don't know, I got to figure out how to hit triceps better. Like straight bar does it, but it only does it for some days. And tonight it just was not hitting. I tried moving on to something else. I did hit tricep pushdowns with a straight bar for 2 sets. I went after it. I upped the weight the second time to see if, like, just putting more tension, sometimes that works a little bit, and sometimes dropping the weight works a little better. But I tried it twice, wasn't feeling it that great. So that's when I went on to the bicep preacher single arms, and then I went to the dip machine, I think was what was next. Like, I think one of my favorite tricep movements is actually a decline chest press that we have in there, and then like keep the hands really close together and let the elbows tuck. And I don't get much chest activation because I'll drop the weight a little bit, and I'll really maintain like the focus of don't flex your chest, and I typically don't get any chest activation off of it. But either way, I haven't done those in a long time, and I wanted to do it tonight, but like I said, the gym was packed. So I don't like asking people if I can work in, only because I have to pull out a camera and everything else. Like, I don't want to do that. It just puts people in an awkward position. So I just tend to try and stay in my own little realm and use what I can. I don't mind working in with people, especially when I'm not recording though, because that's how you get a gym bro. I mean, that's a free gym bro sitting right there that you can buddy up with and talk conversation with about, you know, nutrition, what they eat, what they do at the gym, so on and so forth. Like, you can learn some new stuff off of people just like that. But yeah, whichever way, we're almost back to the house, so I'm gonna go in here and get me some food. And I bought one of those pre-made salads at Walmart, so I'm probably gonna eat that, dude, because low carbs, pretty good for you. I mean, it's not a lot of calories, and it comes with a serving of low-fat ranch. So I tend to like ranch on my salad, and that'll do it. But whatever, whichever way. I don't know if I said it or not in the last video, but I want to do a 1 rep max on flat bench soon and just see, because my current PR is 305, but that was at a lot heavier body weight. So now, being that I'm a little lighter, like 196 or so, I don't want to, or I want to figure out how much I can push, and I'm not going to be upset. My goal is like realistically 275, 285, somewhere in there, I think would be a good number for me. But I mean, because if I could hit that, that's pretty decent. But yeah, whichever way, that's what we're going to hit. So I will see you guys next time for chest.